Hello and welcome to week 10 of the Road to British. So a very, very good week. PBs in a lot of the sessions, or at least big lifts in every session. Triples on snatch on Monday at 115 were very easy actually. Catching the bounce on all of them, not twisting on any of them. Really happy in general. Pull looking smooth. And then we had some pulls. I want to say at 145. These weren't the best, but they weren't terrible. Starting to get a little bit fatigued in the back, but still getting a nice pop at the top of the extension there. We then had clean pulls at 180. I want to say, yeah. These are still not really working for me at the moment. Cleans, bit of an issue at the moment, probably more so than any other lifts. First time probably ever that the cleans have been the worst lift I've had, but because I've had a long history of them being really natural to me, I don't think it'll take long for me to kind of get the timing and the rhythm back, but just not being able to stay over the bar long enough on the cleans at the moment. So cutting the extension short quite a lot, and that's affecting me in the turnover. I'm getting a lot of bar crash at the moment, so I need to try and figure that out, because I did slightly hurt my wrist on the Saturday, which was the last session of this week. Wasn't the best as a result, but the rest of the week was very good. This is my Tuesday S&C session. Some really useful stuff in here. A lot of mobility work, a lot of full range strength work, plus my ISO holds. Internal rotation of the shoulders. Been a good one for me actually, evening out the shoulders. Been really useful. And then in the evening we had pause back squats, which were 190 for triples. I think this was faster. That one was faster than any of my pause squats at 180. So 10 kilos heavier and still faster. So I'm happy with that. The clean jerks on this day weren't too bad. I got to 150 for doubles, which to be fair is the most I've done in a while. And it's just a bit of a slow burner at the moment with the cleans. They're just taking a bit longer than the other lifts to kind of catch up. A lot of it is because it's still a little bit painful off the floor. But definitely getting there. And then we had snatch pulls at 155. These were quite nice. Holding positions a little bit nicer here, keeping the chest up a bit better, and actually aggressively extending. So this was pretty happy with this. And then we had the low hangs. So I hit 150 clean and jerks in this session, and then on the Saturday I hit 160, which is actually, it wasn't the best, but it's the most I've cleaned in 2 months. So I am pretty happy overall. We're getting there. The cleans is just a bit of a weird position for me to be in, with cleans usually my most reliable lift, kind of being held back at the moment. So that'll take some getting used to. But like I said, off the floor, we are still a little bit painful, so I think that's explaining most of it, to be honest. But we'll see in the next couple of weeks. And then Wednesday, my last chance to hit 90 for 10 on overhead press. I'm not trying again after this. Thankfully, it went pretty well, and I'd actually slept well. The previous times I attempted it, I hadn't slept really at all. So this was a good day. That was 9. And we do get there in the end. So 90 for 10, really happy with that. And then this was the biggest day I've had ever. This was power snatch doubles at 115. And then we were maxing out jerks. And I wanted 191. Because that was, mentally, that was the number that I injured myself with. So This is 181. Catching it high, quite nice there. Went straight to 191. And we got it. So we went all-time PB 201. As you can see there, very happy. 201, first 1 hour PB in 17 months. So, yeah. When people complain that they haven't hit a PB for recently, yeah, 17 months. And that's not the longest time I've waited. Then the Saturday session, we had muscle snatch doubles, got up to 100. This was pretty good. This is the 160 clean and jerk, so I wasn't super happy with it, and then I did kind of hurt myself a little bit on 65, but even I can see there, jump forward, the not extending. Obviously the jerk is actually quite easy now, so that's good. But it's still the heaviest I've cleaned in about 2 months, so I am really happy, to be honest. Deficit snatch pulls 150. And deficit clean pulls at 180. These are actually better than the ones earlier in the week, I think. Actually stayed on top of the bar a little bit better. That'll be the focus for the clean pulls this week. Staying on top of the bar a little bit longer, not getting pulled out of position. And yeah, very good week. Happy days.